Here's where the crisis in Ukraine stands tonight. As sanctions cripple Russia's economy, the Kremlin is stepping up airstrikes. Missiles have hit schools, hospitals, and homes. At least 136 civilians have been killed and 400 have been hurt. Tonight, a 40-mile-long Russian convoy is still slowly moving toward the capital. They've been stalled in the same spot since yesterday and appear to be running out of food and fuel. The fiery images out of Ukraine raise questions about the long-term effects of the invasion. Will the conflict spread, and where will it end?
Tonight, a panel of William & Mary professors and alumni answered some of those questions. Sarah Hammond has the story.
One professor called Russia's invasion of Ukraine a benchmark in our history, one that will most certainly shape our lives moving forward. Lincoln Zaleski has studied Russian state media and the country's disinformation campaign over the last 6 years. He says two false narratives were driven to try and gain support of this invasion. One, Ukraine is controlled by far-right fascists, and two, Russian speakers are under attack in Ukraine.
The Russians have largely spent 6 years building a campaign that hasn't managed to change any support at all.
Steve Hansen is an expert in Russian and Soviet history. He says this unprovoked attack on Ukrainian democracy has already caused mass casualties.
The stakes could not possibly be higher.
He says there is a danger of this conflict escalating to an open war.
It's pretty clear what Putin wants is the old mythical Russian Empire.
However, he says Putin has already made critical mistakes carrying out the invasion, such as underestimating Ukraine's will to fight and the West's solidarity with NATO.
These are different kinds of sanctions, and they are hitting very, very hard.
Hansen says there are 4 likely scenarios for how this ends. Ukraine wins, a long and bloody war with Russia victorious, defections among high-ranking Russians, or popular uprisings in Russia.
The key to Western success, then, in any of these scenarios, and that is the solidarity that the entire West has shown.
Co-director of the Project on Peace and International Security, Amy Oakes, is concerned that if war and crippling sanctions drag on, America's credibility could be weakened.
Sanctions are essentially a game of chicken. Who's going to give up first?
As for how this all ends, both Oakes and Hansen agree that Putin likely won't be the first to make concessions. In Williamsburg, Sarah Hammond, 13 News Now.